Still sleepy. Good morning, Carrie. You're not supposed to be sleepy. World's ending. No sleeping at the end of the world. All right. Back on. That's there. That's there. It's hard not to be sleepy. It's crazy stuff in the world. You can't keep a track of everything. There's always all types of stuff. All types of stuff. You can't even keep track of it anymore. So many different technologies coming out. Different nonsense that they're up to. All we can do is grasp what you can. Because there's always so much. Kings. They don't like to forgive the debts. They got planned obsolescence and artificial scarcity and all these things. They got people to control, money to make, a world to dominate. I like the old way from the Bible. Well, before the Bible is the Sumerian tablets, and before that was probably something else. Forgive the debts every 7 years. Every 7 years, you're supposed to free the world. You're supposed to free your society and forgive the debts. They don't like to do that no more. No. They got weather weapons to make. And don't ask me what that is behind me. I have no damn idea. Like, oh, we're going to talk about the big ball on the ship. This look like about to kill everybody. No, we're not going to talk about that. I don't even know what it is. I don't think they should have it. I don't. Brother Kevin, good morning. I don't think they should have it. How the hell that? All I know is Russia and China finished with HAARP. And I don't know what the hell that is. I don't think your billionaire should have it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking love and light. Yes, Brother Kevin, but not their light and they ain't got no love. So I don't know what the hell that is. I want somebody to tell me. Y'all, they got to get rid of that. Whatever that is, that thing needs to sink. It's one of the billionaires' tools. What's one of their toys? It's like us. We're just like the billionaires' toys. Like they just play with us. Like we're their little playthings. We're going to solve the world's problems with some politics. We so special. So I was looking at HAARP this morning. China and Russia in the news, they finished their HAARP. Actually, they probably finished their HAARP a long time ago. Long time ago. We just now finding out about it. Let's keep track of the person in the mirror. Yes, you got to keep track of the person in the mirror, Brother Kevin. But I think that's why they like to, what they like to say, what's that saying they like to say all the time? Be the change that you want to see in the world. They like to say that, be the change. Change somebody else's mirror because that's the change you want to see in the world. Good morning, Dustin. Good morning, Heaven. Good morning, Eileen. Love and light to all the brothers and sisters from Brother Kevin. I don't know what that is. I don't. I was looking in the news this morning. And who's it? Maureen? Sister Maureen sent this over to me. I was trying to figure out what the hell. I'm always trying to figure out what the hell. It's like a what the hell apocalypse. This is over in Russia and China heat up the atmosphere. In Europe, in satellite war game experiment. And I'm like, oh, here we go. We still fighting racism in America. We still, hey, we're gonna get that racism. Y'all, did y'all get it yet? I'm just curious. Did y'all get any of it? Any of it? None? Some? A little piece of it. Did y'all get the racism yet? Y'all still chasing that racism? Did you catch the ghost? Did you call Ghostbusters? Did you catch it? Did you catch the misogyny? Did you catch the gender bias? Did you catch the difference in salaries? Did you catch what's y'all chasing? Did you catch the right? Did you get Trump's penis? They're always after something. Did y'all get Obama? Did you get him? Did you get his birth certificate? Did you find his ears? Did you? I'm like sitting here like reading the news like, oh Lord, gotta be. Russia and China heat up the damn atmosphere over Europe and satellite war game experience. You know what that makes me think of? I sit here like, and I'm just like, people just run around chasing each other, and the poor people like chasing each other, trying to blame each other and get each other. No, maybe we won't die. Maybe we'll live forever. I don't know. What y'all think? Like, stop making fun of our struggle. You know what? I'm not making fun of anybody's struggle. I think your struggle is important. I do. I think your struggle is real important. Like I was talking about yesterday, it's like a rising tide might raise all ships instead of the billionaires getting you to go after one ship. Don't you think the rising tide might the rising tide might sink this damn thing? Before we talk about that, this damn thing. I don't want the rising tide. I want something to fall in, because I don't know what that is. I just don't think the billionaires should have it. I did a search for HAARP and this came up, so I want somebody to tell me what that is. But this is Russia and China heated up the atmosphere. You know what this is? Remember that thing that doesn't exist called HAARP? HAARP, that America said does not exist, your government, because they always lie to you, always lying about what they got, always lying about what they're doing, always lying about what they're up to. And I see people are getting no notifications this morning. Nah, you're not supposed to get notifications when you talk about the billionaires' toys. So this is the HAARP. So manufacturing laser guns for the military. They're rolling out 5G and y'all trying to go after some pop guns. Try to get the pop gun. Give me those pop guns. You gotta get. And they're making weather weapons, y'all. Listen, China and Russia, I'm gonna read this for a minute. China and Russia can murder the whole United States and Europe right now. They can just murder everybody. That's why I say I don't worry about the whole nonsense, the fight between nations. Because all the nations agree on one thing, that they use the kings to always reduce each other's population. But look at this. This summer, a layer of the atmosphere over Europe, and it was done in the summertime, they're now telling us, over Europe, half the size of Britain experienced an electric spike as a secret Russian facility pumped radio waves high into the sky. But according to the American government, that doesn't exist. You can't do that. HAARP is not real. It's just a conspiracy theory. It doesn't exist. They got pictures of HAARP. They got pictures of, but it doesn't exist. On June 12, Russians working with China heated up the ionosphere over the town of Valley in Europe, in Eastern Europe, by 100 degrees. 100 degrees. 100 degrees. Are you kidding me? You know it's hard for a microwave to heat your food up to 100 degrees, and it's right next to you. The plug is right there, and you press boop, 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 boop. I threw mine away. I told the kids they don't get to use the microwave because it's dumb technology. It murders people. It destroys food. It changes food on an atomic and a molecular level that you shouldn't be putting in your mouth. But some of y'all still using microwaves. That's okay. But they heated up the ionosphere. How many miles up? The ionosphere is a layer of the atmosphere which is ionized, lying from 46 to 621 miles above the planet. They done heated up to 100 degrees. And you're worried about some mass shooters. You worried about the pop guns? You're worried about the poor racists in the trailer park doing tractor pulls with the mullets drinking Colt 45. You worried about them? You worried about the poor black people in the ghetto with some white t-shirts and big boots, and you're worried about, and meanwhile, everybody's standing up. Yellow vest protest. Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, UK, all standing up. No secrets. We all gonna die. What's that? You got notified by YouTube. Got notified. Oh, okay, by YouTube, Eileen. That's good to hear. Now, I don't see many people here from Facebook, so Facebook is playing some games. And yet, where do we begin? We start by looking inside Our external environment is merely an extension of our internal conflict. Yes, Brother Kevin. And all the conflicts are on the inside. All of it. Every problem we have, everything we need to solve, everything we need to address, everything we need to fix is all on the inside. And until it's on the inside, they're going to have weather weapons. They're going to play these games. They won't. How does that scripture go? Forgive them of their debts as we forgive their debtors. Every 7 years, supposed to flip the script. You're supposed to forgive. Because that was every 7 years. What was that's when the new king came in and they'd forgive all the debts. They give the land back, free the people. When's the last time the debts got forgiven in America? But in God we trust. When's the last time the debts got forgiven in your world? Because human labor is too important. Nations have become too big, empires too strong, billionaires too powerful. So you can't free the slaves. And that's all that is. They say that releasing of the debts, it released you from your servitude. And now we got mortgages, morte, death. You will pay for this house till you die. So you will work for Goldman and Sachs no matter who they murder. You will work for Lockheed Martin no matter what kind of massive metal weapons they make. You will work for the big corporations that develop the antennas for the HAARP system that does not exist. Oh gosh. All right. It's too much. It's so much saga for real. It is, Carrie. Saga's everywhere. You go crazy if you look at it. That's why I kind of laugh at it. But this idea that HAARP didn't exist, that they don't shoot this microwave electromagnetic energy into the ionosphere, they've been doing it for a very long time. And the sick thing about it is if America denied it 30 years ago, America denied it, the American government, who always lies about it, if they denied it back then, imagine where they are today. Imagine. And China and Russia are probably just trolling them with this, where they're coming out and they're admitting that they've done it on a joint project, letting the world know that your wars won't be fought on the battlefields anymore. All the weapons are silent. All the wars are quiet. And rumors of war, whether it's pesticides or vaccines or HAARP or 5G or carcinogen sugar, any of the things that they're using to kill people, autism, dementia, all these things that they're linking to the foods we eat and the things in our environment. All the wars are quiet. You know, no more popping, those, because you don't want to hear pop. Like, have you looked at the laser guns that they have? Have you even looked at that? That's crazy. But somebody could be in the corner with a laser gun thousands of feet away, and you would never know. They'd be behind a tree, they could be in a stadium, and you won't hear anything. There's no popping. It's all silent. That's the new warfare. The new warfare is completely silent. How do you kill people and nobody knows who you're killing? Mass shootings won't be pop, 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 and boom, bomb. That's for poor people. Those are the weapons that poor nations and poor people use. We don't live in that world anymore. I'm 49 and have never ever had a credit card or mortgage. Heaven, then the banks hate you. They hate you, girl. They don't like you, don't like nothing about you. You're not doing labor for those who are making all the technologies, the billionaires' toys to kill us. All right, I don't want to look at this. This is scary. I don't even know what this is, to be honest with you. All I know is they can control the weather. All I know is America lied about it. All I know is I don't know what the hell that is. Somebody tell me what the hell that is. All right, let me get off of this. I don't want to see that. I thought it was interesting that once again, like at all times, we've proven that the American government won't tell you the damn truth. And if China and Russia are saying it now, they probably had it for decades. They're not going to tell you the damn truth till it's done. And if people are lying to you, your government that loves you, that's fighting the deep state, they're helping you out, they're not forgiving your debts, they're starving you. They can print the money anytime they want, forgive your debts, and they won't print it for you. They keep you starved. But people fight over them. Fight over the other ones, and they all ally against each other. And me. So here's my point. World War III will not be fought on Instagram. You will not be watching it. You will not see it on Twitter. It's not going to be on social media. When World War III starts, your lights will go out and they won't come back on. You'll be waiting 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Like, y'all keep messing with Russia. Y'all keep playing. Y'all just keep fueling this nonsense, because I'm telling you, Russia and America, those days all sitting back, right back. Putin showed up with Trump at the same damn meeting that Putin Obama showed up at with May and Merkel, and they all sit down and they had a meeting of the world. All right, we got to kill some people. It's just too many of these mothers. It's just too many. Everybody, what's your citizen count? All right, that's your citizen. Okay, all right. You're going to have to lose a couple million. That's too many. And they're getting rowdy in France and y'all getting rowdy in Germany. I'm trying to tell you that we're all on the same team. And we all gonna die together, because all the kings, all the queens too, they agree that you don't get to stand up. They agree that you don't get your debts forgiven. They agree that you don't get to own land. You don't get to grow food and have your own voice and freedom and democracy and liberty. They all agree. And when it's time to kill people, you're gonna die. That's what they all agree on. So this whole hate Russia, and what was it, the BBC, they came out and they said that the Yellow Vest protest, France and BBC, the French bourgeoisie, said Russia did it. Russia's behind the Yellow Vest protest. That's what they're investigating right now. They're about dumb as my Congress. But I like the House of Commons, though. I like the UK House of Commons. I think y'all funny. I love how they get in, they start fighting and yelling at each other. I wish my Congress would do that. Actually, I wish somebody would take a big HAARP weather system and like focus it at my Congress and be like, that's what I want. But they're all the billionaire shiny toys. They're all the billionaires, and nobody knows what the hell they're working on. Nobody, because they won't tell you. You're not allowed to know. Oh, people come in and no notification. Yeah, that's what happens. They're cutting down G's following. Yes, they are, Lori. That's how it goes, because you're not supposed to talk about this. I try to have fun, Lori. I try to dance around different topics, but you hit one and like, yeah, okay, no, you're not. You're talking about bringing people together in love, and you're talking about not fighting racism and not taking people's guns and not fighting poor people and ending the war on drugs. You're talking about, everybody in America has everything in common. In the news, it only talks about the little 2% that they don't have in common. That everybody's going to die together, that everybody in America has everything in common with everybody in France and everybody in Germany and everybody in Russia, because we're all really, really stupid. We're all born in these little bigoted shoes in these nations, and they turn us against each other. That's what you're not allowed to say. You can say anything you want. I can get on here all day with this blackface. I talk about, we need to fight racism, fight the system, fight the power. And as long as the people who tell me what to do, the black elite who are always behind that, don't give two damns. They just got books to sell. That's all. They want to stir up some trouble, like the people above them and the people above them, all the way up to who's the top man, the top psychopath who designed the world, the psychopathic world manufacturing models for the planet that we have. John D Rockfeller? John D Rockfeller designed all this, you bastard. I was saying yesterday, I got in trouble. I said, I don't blame him, though. I don't blame him. He's behind prohibition. He's behind the war on drugs. He's behind all these industries he's making big money on, eugenics and all of that. He set all this stuff up. I'm like, well, why would he do such a thing? Because he's a psychopath, man. That's what he's supposed to do. I don't blame him. I don't blame one bit. Look at John's father, what was his name? John's father had he had a nickname. I forgot what his nickname was, but he was a psychopath too. This is genetics, y'all. And this gets back to the whole neuroscience, epigenetic, psychopathic behavioral scientist stuff that your professionals have been telling you about for a long damn time now. That the tops of all of your churches, the tops of all of your political parties, the tops of all your governments, the tops of all the banks will always be psychopaths. They all have tools that you don't have. They don't give two damns about anything but controlling you, and they'll do anything to get to the top. They will lie, cheat, steal, murder, cheat with your husband, your wife, they'll do anything they can to get to the top. So at the tops of all of your organizations will be those who are willing to go the furthest, those who are willing to kill the most, to have that power over you. So John's father was a psychopath. I forgot his name. Murderous, killer, something. He used to beat his kids, hated them. He just all kind of crazy stuff. Called them all kind of names like doo-doo head and little punk, push him around, wouldn't feed him and stuff. And so John D Rockfeller became a psychopath. And so of course he didn't give a damn. So what does a psychopath do? They build churches, they build corporations, they build nations and models and government and models for the world that manufacture more psychopaths. They don't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone. They want somebody else that's a pedophile, hate kids, murder, kill, death, destruction. They want more of that. And so he designed this whole world, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't blame one bit. He's a psychopath. He is following his guild. He's got those 27 warrior genes activated with no empathy, no fear, high on aggression, and we can make a murderous society. Forgive no debts so people go crazy in artificial scarcity and planned obsolescence, enslave the whole world so we can consolidate the massive labor of everybody and make some weather weapons and murder more people. And that's exactly what they do. But I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's supposed to be that way. We're the problem. It's not the world he designed. It's the world we've decided to keep. It's because we want to go fight the poor people. We want to fight Russia and blame them. We want to look at France and say, y'all need to sit down and shut up. It's because we can't get behind the people in Ireland in yellow vests standing up. It's because we don't even know who our family is. We're the ones who want to keep this world. We're the ones who are doing it. They listen, the Rockefellers, they're just born into it. The ones still alive, they were born into it. They didn't design this. They were born into it, and they're doing what I would do. They're doing what you would do. You're born into hundreds of billions of dollars. People say they're trillionaires now. You mean you're gonna stop one day and say, you know what, I'll get all my trillions back. My daddy was a psychopath, my granddaddy was a psychopath. There's all psychopaths. No, you're not. You're gonna be on the yacht. Don't lie. Don't lie. You make this thing right here like, you know what, if them dumb monkeys ever act up. If them dumb monkeys ever decide to put on yellow vests and stand up all of the world and say, we done, there's enough resources for everybody, we're gonna stop playing this nonsense of survival of the fittest, then I'm gonna use this weather weapon, I'm gonna zap everybody. That's why the new wars will be fought with weapons of weather. Why? Because everybody already lost the pop weapons, the the bang weapons, the tanks and the airplanes and the bombs, the things that you actually think are the weapons of the world, the drones and all the things that they put out there to make you think that this is how the world works and this is conflict. They have weapons that can murder entire nations. You know, so with this weather weapon, what can they do? China, Russia. So like World War III, when it starts, all the lights are going to go out and you're not going to be on Instagram. You're not going to work that day. You're not going to, lights will go out and then it won't rain. Tomorrow, it won't rain next week. It won't rain next month. It won't rain for 2 months. Crops will start dying. You don't have any food. Why? Why would China and Russia do that to you? Why are we going to do it to them? Why would they use an ionic spheric weapon? Logistics. Logistics. Nobody can fight a war if the people are dying, right? That's what I mean. World War III, you think there's going to be fought against the American military if you're in America. You think that you're going to be fighting the Russians. Nah, they're going to fight you. You. Because you're the one behind it. Russia will come to kill you and your children. And it'll work too. They'll starve you. Just like how they're doing a genocide. They wouldn't do that. We are genociding 14 million kids in Yemen right now. You think they give two damns about white lives or black lives or blue lives matter? You think they give a damn about you? Like, sometimes I think it's cute, the stuff y'all post. I look at your posts and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, they think they care. Oh, that's so cute. The politician said Black Lives Matter. That's so cute. Oh my God. The same ones that rolled out the crime bill. I was like, oh, that's so cute. They think they care. They're murdering. Who was that? Is her name Kamala Harris? I don't know who she is. I think she's a Democrat. I don't follow none of your kings and lords. I think they're psychopaths. Where did she go? She's in that picture with Netanyahu. Y'all see that? Netanyahu hugging, kissing. Oh, they weren't kissing. I'm lying, making that up. So she's over there helping with apartheid. Helping. I don't know. Y'all tell me what she is. I don't know what she is. I just saw some brown skin. I don't know. She's helping with apartheid. She's not calling for peace and an end to all the fighting between Hamas and Israel. She's over there helping them with apartheid. Oh, but they care. Oh, but they love you. They care. That's why I think it's so cute. They're like, oh, they. That's why I just sit back. I just kind of laugh. I was like, you know what? It's kind of funny. It's not funny, but it's kind of funny. And then what did Australia came out? What else happened in the news outside of China and Russia showing you the weapon they're going to murder you and your kids with because you won't stop fighting with them and you won't stand down your empire that's destroying the whole damn planet and all the ecosystems because y'all fighting in between over chicken bones, left and the right. Australia came out and Australia recognized Jerusalem, half of Jerusalem, as the capital of Israel. And this is gonna go well. This is gonna be okay. The whole world is falling apart. Oh, and for Christmas. Oh, what other thing in the news? For Christmas, Syria, we got you something. We got you something. Washington got Syria something. Washington got Syria, the military. They told you for Christmas, the military will not be leaving. The military that owns land the size of, what is it, like Texas or something? 4,000 soldiers, American soldiers, hold that land. They will not be taking them home for Christmas. So now not only do our brothers and sisters got to stay in Syria who are uninvited, nobody asked us to go there. Nobody asked us to do anything. And my Trump friends said, oh, we're going to end the war in Syria. And Trump said, we're going to bring the troops home for Christmas. We didn't say for Christmas. We said a long time ago. He said the troops are staying indefinitely. Now it has nothing to do with Syria. Now they're telling you the truth. It's because of Iran. They're telling we got to stop Iran. This is when if you were like a Trump supporter, you're supposed to be standing up and say, no, that's not what you said. You ain't say that. You ain't say that. But now y'all acting gaslit just like the Obamites. And that's why the people, the moderates, the adults in the conversation just sitting back like saying, y'all, we all gonna die with this. We all gonna die. Y'all keep picking sides. Y'all keep playing this game. They're lying to you and they're doing something different. Big trouble. Politicians gas such a huge heart. Oh, they got such a huge heart. Oxymoron. Married politicians have no hearts. You know that. Politicians don't have hearts. They have these things that they pretend beat warm blood to get people who are gullible to fall behind them and naive so they don't focus on the weather weapons and the big damn ship behind me. Mary, what the hell is this? Here, let me show you. Hold on. I got another picture of HAARP. This is what the future of the world looks like. This is what we all want to just make sure that the kings and the lords have just the worst weapons possible to kill everybody while we fight over the pop guns that our neighbor has. Hold on, let me see. I thought I had another one. Oh, yeah, there you go. Look at this. There you go, right there, coming into port. Everybody probably, you know what? When this poured into Port Mary, that's the same damn ship. I think it is. They're probably cheering like, yay, we don't know what it is. They have probably banners and balloons, Americans out there. Yay, we don't know, but it's technology and it's a good thing because our government loves us and it's going to take care of us. And they don't know what the hell it is. You do a search for HAARP, this is what comes up. I want somebody to tell me what the hell that is. Because I don't think they should have it. I don't know what it is, which is a good reason why they shouldn't have it. We need an open source world. Government shouldn't have any damn secrets because they end up murdering a lot of people for it. Let me see. Although Tom Cotton tried, I don't know who Tom Cotton is. Oh, so he's a senator? Okay. Although Tom Cotton tried to add an amendment in the anti-Yemen war bill allowing his donor Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and such to continue profiting in Yemen. His amendment was voted down. Exactly, Daniel, because that's how it works. See, what they do is, see, Lockheed, they're not stupid. Lockheed, and they're billionaires' toy, too. These big corporations, I think the billionaires own a lot of them. They work together something. They got together and say, all right, listen, we got to count some votes here to figure out how to make it look like, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Senator Tom Cotton, that he's human, that he's got a warm heart in him. How do we do this, right? He's just an employee. He's just doing his job in the, what is he, a Republican or Democrat? Republican or Democrat division of corporate greed. All right, we got to make him seem like he's a nice guy. Do the same thing to Bernie too, didn't they? Get him out there and stand up against the genocide in Yemen. And then most people get to clapping, Brother Daniel. They start clapping like, oh yeah, he's gonna stop the genocide. He's gonna save the baby, 14 million. Like, no, they've already counted the votes. They already have this other side of their department. If he's a Republican or Democrat, they got the other side to make sure the vote goes that way. And if not, and they need to show that the majority that try to get y'all back believing that these psychopaths are actually human, or if they're human and they're just in psychopathic positions where they're required to do these things, they make sure that it won't happen, because Lockheed's got to make money. They like money. And as long as Lockheed like money, ain't nothing going to happen. That's why I just laugh at it. I laugh at it. I wait to die, Daniel. I just sit here, I just like, you know, we're all going to die. We're all going to die. Y'all believe them. I don't believe it. Y'all believe them. I don't believe them. I'm some wave energy, and I'm just waiting to pass on to the next. You know, I just hope y'all use the HAARP thing. Like, make it quick. Don't, you know, I don't want to slowly fry my brain. Like, make it kind of happen kind of quick. Their obsession with Israel makes me think they read the book of Revelations and trying to make it happen. That's what and that's exactly what it is, Susan. Because they don't read their Bible. They don't read, oh, hang on, let me show you something. I think they're gonna get mad at me on this one. They don't read the Bible or what came before the Bible. I think I got a picture of it. Hold on, let me show you. This is why I love ancient archaeology. It'll tell you if you're really seeking the truth where you're supposed to be looking, you know. But if you're born into these bigoted religions and these bigoted races and these bigoted nations, because they're always bigoted, it's always some bigotry. They convince you that that's who you are, and they make you really stupid, and you go out and you stand up for this stuff. Hold on, let me show you. Where is it? Right here, right here. This is why you got to read your Sumerian tablets, y'all. Read your Sumerian tablets. It'll bless you. The first clue would have been if the entirety of your Bible was found on this clay tablet, and this clay tablet was made before your scriptures were written. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That tells you plagiarism occurred. So if you want to get to the root of what your God is, the root of what those scriptures mean, you need to go read that. But they're not gonna go read it. You know why? You know why they won't read it? Because if they go read it, it'll tell them that every 7 years you gotta forgive the debts. They don't want the government. They don't want people like, wait a minute, you said in God we trust. And it's a part of my religion that every 7 years you gotta forgive my debts and give me my land back. Hell no. Because people with land, they actually have say, they have power, they have sustainability. They have the ability to stand up and say, nope, you don't get to keep your murder weapons. That's why I like the Sumerian tablets. I like to go back, because I don't know, wherever the truth came from, wherever all that wisdom that's in those scriptures came from, it just syncs so much. It syncs so well with natural law. It syncs so well with all the things that I think we should be focused on. That all the religions are basically saying the same thing. Love people, care about people, don't be stupid, don't be ignorant. You know, look out for people, feed the kids, don't hurt the babies. Take care of the next generation. Don't make no damn weather weapons. Don't make them. Don't let them make them. Don't let your government have secrets. The kings and the lords are always working on a catapult. They're always working on Greek fire. They're always working on something that they always turn around and use on you. It's a bad idea. They're going to pretend that they're Christian. They're not going to know what 2 Timothy is. They're going to pretend that they're Muslim. And they ain't never read the Quran. They're going to pretend that they mean well, but they're going to be John D Rockefellers. But go back to weather. All right. They're Christian till it comes forgiveness, sharing, generosity. Oh, they're the Old Testament wrath of God Christians. Yeah, Susan. Yeah, they are. You know, they still believe that Christ has something to do with war. They still think that if Christ came back today on a UFO, that he'd be happy that they're murdering a bunch of people. That if, like, you know, here's a good one. I think Nikola Tesla was sent here by Christ. Where's Nikola at? Nikola, where you at, brother? Nikola, he's in here somewhere. Hold on, I got him. Where you at? I want to talk about Tesla, because you can't really talk about weather weapons without Nikola, because all of this came from him. Where Tesla at? Here you go. Tesla, where you at? What's up, brother? All right, listen, this is where all this came from, right? Because he invented the technology, And he with the beam, the tower, and he said that you can actually beam signals, and this is where cellular transmissions came from, and the radio like he did all of that. And then Russia wanted the technology, and America wanted the technology, and magically he said, well, he was a smart man. He said, no, y'all can't have the technology because you're going to use this for war. And then he died mysteriously, and the FBI went in there and grabbed all of his stuff. And now I think most of his documents are still redacted on the FBI website. You can go out there and FBI.gov, and you don't get to see it. And then the 4,000 patents on energy that I like to keep saying, they won't let you see because they need to convince you that we need to go to war for Jesus oil. Got to go get the petroleum, got to murder a bunch of, that it's a good idea to genocide Yemen, because you know what Yemen's about. They say Iran is coming in the other side. Iran is helping out the Houthis that actually live there. It's just colonization, that's all it is. The oil, because Jesus said, go get the oil. That was the 11th commandment. And thou shalt go murder billions of people for oil. If Jesus come back on that UFO, he gonna murder a whole bunch of people. That's all I'm saying. Well, all right, no, he won't. He won't do that. Jesus not gonna be happy. He's not gonna be happy. He doesn't like the banks. That's the only time he was upset in the Sumerian tablets. I won't say the Bible. The only time Jesus was upset in the Sumerian tablets is when the banks were in the church trading money. And he's gonna come back and find out you have a Federal Reserve. Okay. I need a Santa hat. Why I need a Santa hat? I ain't Santa. Tesla was a sensate. Well, I think there's something there. I do think there's something there to that. He was ready to give the entire planet free electricity over the Earth's magnetic field. Yes, Brother Daniel. And if people did that, I said energy is everything. When people have energy, they don't work for you. They don't have to work for you. When people have energy, they don't need jobs. When people have energy, they can actually sit at home and think up important things. They can do philosophy. They can do music. They can do art. They can make beautiful things. Me, I wouldn't do that. I would actually grow plants and develop software so that everybody can have houses and the 3D printers would work better. Everybody has a place to fit in. But if you deny people energy, you make them all use oil and you control all the oil, then you can make them go to work every day. You can make them do things that they hate. You can build a monstrosity of a monoculture society, manufacturing, mental illness called America and France and Britain. Make people do things they hate if you control energy, because all energy is why we do everything. It's why people get up in the morning. It's why single-cell organisms became multicellular organisms. It's all about energy. And that's what John D Rockfeller knew. Little psychopath that his daddy made him. And he rolled out a world to make a monoculture to take up an entire world of billions of people and make them his slaves, permanent slaves, not indentured servitude. Indentured servants, they could get out of slavery after 7 years. You got to work for Goldman Sachs your whole damn life. You got to work for Raymore and Flanagan. You got to work for them your whole life, or they throw you in prison. There's no hierarchy in nature. We're all independent. Brother Kevin, yes, we are supposed to be. We're supposed to be. We're also, there's not supposed to be a hierarchy in nature. Everybody's supposed to be free. Which is why it's important that people remember that they're all related. Why people need to stop fighting people. People need to stop with these selective, we need to help out this group of people. No, we need to help out everybody. Everybody agrees with helping everybody. But only small groups of people agree with helping one group of people. And that's why you never get the mass movement needed to bring about social change. And that's why Yellow Vests are making some movement. HAARP profoundly manipulates energy. Exactly, Rebecca. And this is why I don't doubt it when they say, oh, that's a conspiracy theory that they're trying to control your brain with HAARP. Oh, no, they can do it with 5G. Your brain works on electricity. Of course, they can control you. I don't know that they can program thoughts in your head, but damn it, they can make something go zap. Ouch! Go home, stop protesting, and you'll go home. They may not even need 5G. They might just be able to use HAARP to do that. Religion divides us. Yes, Anna, it does. You know what? Let me try to clarify on that. You know what? I don't think a real religion divides us. I think man's religion divides. I think the only religion we all have, and I think we're all born with it. I think the only real religion is seeking the truth. I think that's it. And I think, sister, that truth is in science, that truth is in scripture, that truth is in Sumerian tablets, that truth is everywhere. But man realized that, psychopathic men like John D Rockfeller, and realized that, well, wait a minute, if I can tell them that God is just in these scriptures and God only appeared just at this time, you get all these fake religions and you get people fighting and they refuse to let in that maybe they don't know it all. And they proceed to act like they know it all. So for me, my religion is truth. That's my only religion. There's a lot of truth in what Christ said. There's truth in what Buddha said. There's truth in the Taoist religion. There's truth in science. There's truth everywhere. And when I run into something that's not true, I let it go. It actually is that simple. If you look at the Sumerian tablets and you realize that, and you look at the Dead Sea Scrolls and you realize that a lot of those books were left out, I want to know why. But I'm seeking the truth. I'm not seeking to control people. There's a difference between somebody who has a faith to control you and somebody who has a faith because they give a damn about what's true. I give a damn about what's true. So yeah, I think religion is used to divide us. Race is used to divide us. Eye color divides us. Whether you're fit divides us. Whether you're of a certain family divides us. If you're born in a certain, all of this stuff. You know what? One thing that I always fall back on this race nonsense, because I was lucky enough, sister, to grow up around poor whites and poor blacks. And we knew some poor Chinese folk. I was lucky enough to see that. They're all the same damn people. All of them. They're all funny as hell. They're all poor as hell. They all got the same gripes. They cry at night. They struggle to pay their rent. All of them. And I just don't believe in helping one of them. I don't believe in helping one group of people. To me, I don't think people are groups. I think that's all fantasy. It's like you said, like religion. It's used to divide people. And it's always done on bigotry and apathy and indifference. That I will take care of my group, people who look like me, and people who look like you should take care of people who look like you. And that's insanity. That's why we don't have any control over this planet. But yes, absolutely, religion divides us, but I think everything divides us. All of it, all of it. All of the fantasies that we let the John D Rockefeller psychopathic societies divide us up in, they're all used to control us. Anything that people will follow blindly, anything that taps into their reptilian brain, anything that taps into their monkey brain, looking at somebody because how they look, if that can divide you because they got a certain flag or they got a cross or they got the Muslim thing, if they can use that to divide you up, then it'll always be taken over and it'll always be used by some psychopaths to control you. That's why neuroscience is so important. It is so important. Listen to the professionals. All powerful ideas and technology can be used for good or ill. Exactly, Rebecca. And I say we take it all back. Take it all back. None of it belongs to them. Every family is based in hierarchy. Yes, we are, Rebecca. Every family is based in hierarchy and we're all related. You go far enough back, but people just like to go back to a certain time stamp because they want to tribe up with that group and fight somebody else. And at the end of the day, it's always to take what they have. And I think that's always a bad idea. Actually, Tesla told JP Morgan that he could build the first transatlantic telegraph. That's why he got the funding from JP Morgan. Tesla used a telegraph story as a cover. He could work on the Tesla coil. Right, Max, because he was deceptive. You're right. He was deceptive. Tesla was smart. He knew JP Morgan would want to meter the power, and he played that game with him. Somehow we got to become smart again. Somehow we have to learn to use the double blinds that they use on us. Somehow we got to use things to divide them up. When you see billionaires fighting, make them fight more. Don't fight the fight that they tell you to fight or we all die. You got to be smart enough. And he wasn't smart enough. He didn't have the public behind him. He didn't have enough support and they murdered him. And they stole his technology. And now we got a floating ship. with a tower in the bubble that's going to zap people probably. I don't know, maybe, kind of, sort of. All I know, they shouldn't have that. That's what I know. Closest word in Sanskrit to sin is ignorance. Ooh, I love that, Dee Dee. I love that. Sin is ignorance. Ignorance is sin. That makes perfectly good sense. If you don't study to show thyself approved, if you don't actually seek God, whatever God is, whatever that truth thing is, you'll end up being ignorant. And if you're ignorant, you'll support things that kill people. You'll support things that starve people. You'll support colonization. And that's why I just sit back, Dee Dee, and I'm just like, I can't, I can't believe it. It's just like, people are so lost, so sinfully ignorant, happily. And we can fix everything tomorrow. We just choose not to. So I don't blame John D Rockfeller. He was true to his guild. He was true to the psychopathic group. If you got love in your heart, why aren't you true to yours? They keep us divided so we don't fight the real enemies, the ones that purchase the government. Exactly, Daniel, but you read, brother. Reading is fun too, mental. It's fun, and it makes you mental when you realize that people can't see that. All governments always do the same thing. But I think you're starting to see it in Europe. Yes, there's a war on kratom. Exactly, Deborah. There's a war on kratom. There's a war on cannabis. There's a war on, like, you ever notice how, like, look at how big pharma works. Like, look at how the medical industry works. You know why they always go after the painkillers, whether it be cannabis or cocaine or heroin or opium or whatever it is. They always go after the things that take away people's pain first. Why? Because people in pain will do whatever the doctor tells them. People in and they tell the doctors what to do through the AMA and all the other different organizations that tell doctors what to do. If you're in pain and you can't go to grow some natural painkillers, you can't call somebody and say, bring me some of this. You'll do whatever the doctor tells you to do, whatever treatment, whatever surgery, whatever multi-million-dollar process that they want to use to experiment on your body. You'll always say yes, always. Because people don't do pain. That's why you got all these senior citizens that are alcoholics, because they drink so much brandy at night because they have pains all over their bodies. They can't afford the medications. Take out the things that people need to heal themselves, and they'll do anything you want. And that was the other John's program, Rockefeller. He got into, after Prohibition, he got into the war on drugs. And he got into the war on drugs because he got in bed with the pharmaceutical industry. And he realized, how do you sell more pharmaceuticals? You got to start banning natural medicine. And so that's what they did. And so now the whole war on drugs and all of these people who don't do their research, they don't read, are locked up in sin and ignorance, thinking that the war on drugs is a good thing and that we're keeping dangerous people off our street. And meanwhile, we got this crazy monoculture, megalithic, psychopath manufacturing monoculture of a society where people need healing from the pain. They need the natural medicine. And so they get ramped up on all these psychotropic drugs and all these things that help them to get up in the morning just so they could go to work and survive. That's why I say end it all. End it all. End it all. The war on drugs, all these laws, delete all these laws on the books. It's all just orchestrated to control us. All of it. Let it all go. Let people be people. Why in the world would you throw people in prison who were born in the wrong shoes? That's actually what the war on drugs is really about. If you're born and you don't have a mother or father, you don't have food, you don't have the ability to survive, you just been in and out of prison, you got a lot of pain, you never had a square shot, you got white skin or black skin or yellow skin, and nobody's fighting for you because they're fighting for the other people with other skin, just dumb, ignorant stuff. And the only way you escape is through some medicine that makes you feel good for a little bit. You're supposed to do that. That's what you're actually supposed to do. If that's what it takes for you to get up in the morning, for the same reason I drink coffee. For the same reason I drink coffee. I need to get on with my day. I got to get up. I got to get the grogginess out. And that's how I make my day happen. If you need a little bit of opium or cannabis or something to deal with the pain that you were born in a world that does not love you, and it's only showing you hate from the day you were born in that barrio. You're supposed to have things to help you. That's why I'm saying we're no different. There's no different. You got these people pumping Xanax so they can go to work on a daily basis, and they're criticizing people who want to grow cannabis. I'm microdosing magic mushrooms for depression. Dee Dee, tell me about it, girl. Tell me about it, because and they're doing, where are they microdosing? Big time. Silicon Valley. They're doing big time microdosing down there. Because it doesn't work, right? It doesn't help you. It doesn't help you see into different dimensions. It doesn't help you. It's all in your head. It's all fake. It doesn't open up the brain. In big business, Silicon Valley, they're microdosing magic mushrooms. Why would they do that for their programmers, their developers, their staff, their researchers and developers, if there wasn't something to it? It's because they like making these big ball things behind me. That's why. It's because they get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, but the people who microdose to make the technology, they get paid thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then the corporations get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. And those who pay them get the billions of dollars in control of world domination, because from Russia and China, they can kill 240 million Americans at the push of a button. HAARP. Doesn't kill them right away. It'll kill them over time. Wars are always about logistics. If you can kill the people, you can stop the war. And the governments will stay in place. That's why all these weapons, they're not for the governments, they're not for the militaries. All the weapons they're making now, they're all silent weapons for quiet wars against human beings, not against militaries. The new wars are all against us. They're all about logistics. The people, the enemies you make in Russia with this Russia did it nonsense, are always they're just going to come against you. And your military will go against their people, and their governments will stay in place. Understand poverty, find the controller of such. Yes, because Augustine, poverty makes us do anything. And that's why they never forgive the debts anymore. Not just because the Christians don't read their Sumerian tablets, not because they don't really believe their religion and their scriptures and force their government to free people, but if you actually did that, like it was a resetting thing, right? They would forgive the debts to reset things, to keep things going, to keep people happy, so they didn't have to take in cannabis and opium and all of that stuff. Instead, they just said, you know what, we're going to keep the debts, and instead of forgiving the debts, we'll put the people in prison. And that's what that's about. And that's why I don't do tribal. That's why I don't do tribal. I don't do tribal. Why? Because all poor people matter. Every last one of them. Everybody has an individual story. It doesn't matter where they're from. Every last one of them. But you can't see that if you're fighting for races and you're fighting for certain areas and certain types of people. Everybody's got their own story. My specialist prescribes cannabis. I prescribe cannabis, Dee Dee. I ain't even no doctor. I'm just somebody who reads. We've been using it for 5,000 years. It's an important plant. I wish Idaho wasn't the PNW, creepy, staffing, edge, boring, inkle. Tina, I have no idea what that is. I'm sorry, sister. I don't. You're gonna have to give me some more information on that one. Let me see. You're a very woke guy. Check out my candidate page. I'm running against Tom Cotton 2020. Oh, is that the Cotton dude? I have to check out your page, Daniel. That Cotton? Okay. I don't like Cotton. You already told me he takes money from Lockheed Martin. I don't like him. This is why I can't really, I find very few people I can vote for, Daniel. I'd vote for you. Like if I found out that you don't actually take money from murder companies, if you don't take money from a murder industry, you might actually get me out voting again. But my Christian, and the way my love is set up, the way my love account is set up, the way my empathy account is set up, if you take money from corporations, then I know that you don't actually work for me. I know that. It's the craziest thing. I like to read books and stuff and like to tell they wonder. So why is Kamala Harris, why is she over there meeting with Netanyahu? Why would she do that? Why is she supporting apartheid? Why is she supporting murdering brown people with her skin color all over the planet? Because she already took the money. She's not a bad, you say she's a bad person. I don't say she's a bad person. I'm just gonna say we stupid people. She's doing a job. She took the money and now she has to follow through on what she took the money for. And she doesn't have the ability. And Trump told everybody that. Bernie told everybody that. People don't like it because Trump or Bernie says it. It's after they take the money, we own you. We're going to make you do what we tell you. So she didn't know that world events would be this way at this point in time. She knew that she wanted to keep her job. So she took the money. And you take the money, you're going to do what you want. You take the money from Lockheed, this cotton guy. When Lockheed says we need to murder, well, they don't say it that way. They say we need to sell some weapons. We need to sell cruise missiles. You will either vote so we continue this conflict, or we will give money to your competitor. Not only that, we won't give you a job afterwards. But you know how that works. I think you do. But so the way my faith is set up, my religion seeking for truth, and if you're planning on murdering my family somewhere on this planet, I can't support you. That's how it goes. I've rejected my anxiety meds with herbs, which is a great thing, Tina. It's a good thing to be all natural so you don't have the multiple side effects. Former Speaker of the House Boner is full of investor in cannabis grow. Go figure. How long till Keebler elves flips? Well, you know, again, but that's how they designed it. They're not like saying you can go grow your medicine. We're freeing things up that people are clapping for. It's all crony. They're just saying our friends in different states and different levels of the federal government gonna make a whole lot of money, not just the pharmaceutical industry, because they like money. That's all it is. You know, so I don't think like, oh, they're freeing drugs, they're ending the war on drugs. No, they're not. They just think you think that they are. They're gonna make millions and billions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry. And this is how the thing always goes. You got all of these people just fighting over money at the top, and it's this big pyramid, and we all at the bottom. I don't think it has to work that way. I think we can fix it. I think we can forgive all the debts. I think it's a great idea. I don't think us working for them so they can have these weapons is something that we should keep. Exactly. It's cronyism. It's just cronyism. That's why I don't march nowhere. I don't march nowhere because they're always cronies who are leading the march. They don't want to fight the system. They want to fight to be the system. I have no interest in that march that they have. Difficulties accessing the presentation. Oh, I don't know what's going on, Chuck, but they play with these stuff. They play with this stuff. I was at the dispensary yesterday. Y'all talking about cannabis today. What y'all think about today? Yeah, everybody's on cannabis today. The mixture of diversity in there was beautiful. People were talking to each other all over. A very collective environment. Well, it's the thing that people can rally on. People can rally on positive things. Cannabis is a positive thing. Let me go down to the bottom. Some comments. Supply and demand. Yes, there'll always be a demand if there's a supply. If we demand open source, there will be a supply. If we demand no secrecy in government, then we'll know what this big ball thing is on top of this murderous looking platform thing that's probably selling out all in the ocean. Let me see. And those in prison for selling marijuana will continue to live in a cage. Exactly, Rebecca. And that's the other reason I'm not interested in voting. I'm not interested in your political parties because your political parties are slavers. I'm not interested. You take poor people who are born in the wrong spot and you throw them in prison and you want my support. I'm like, damn it, I came from slavery everywhere. I came from slave Africans and slave Irishans and slave Cherokeans. And I came from a whole bunch of slaves. And I think all of them slaves died. So I today could sit here and say, I don't support your slavery. I think you're stupid. I think you shouldn't be doing slavery. I think it's a bad idea. I think when people are born in bad conditions and they got to do drugs, we're supposed to go love them and help them. I believe in crazy stuff. I don't know. But y'all want to go fight and find out where Trump's penis was 20 years ago. So this is the world I live in. That's why we're all going to die. Everybody doing cannabis today. Why y'all getting high today? Something happening? Y'all can tell me. I need to run somewhere, go hide. I got a bug out location. Do I need to go? Why y'all smoking weed today? Let me see. Power concedes nothing without demand. Exactly, Lord. You have to demand it. We are so happy. We're so happy fudgers. 420. Yeah, okay. I have to work, Dee Dee. I can't do that. But you know, I'm not a big y'all. Why y'all talking about cannabis today? I'm not a smoker, so let me clarify something. I have to clarify again. I don't smoke drugs. I don't smoke, whether they're pharmaceutical or natural. I don't like smoke. I don't want smoke in my lungs. I'm walking past an ash fire, I hold my nose. I don't like to breathe in smoke. I did have cannabis tea once though. That was delicious. That was nutritious and delicious. And I think people should be allowed to do the things that they want to do. I think people should be free. I don't think it's my business what you do. Let me see. Y'all going cannabis? Let's look at the news. Hell, y'all, man, y'all smoking. Y'all smoke too damn much. It ain't Friday. You got a job. You got stuff to do. So anyway, in the news, what we got? What else we had in the news? I thought I saw a couple interesting things. Pressured into a plea deal, right? The girl, the Russian that y'all went after, she, what is her name? I forgot her name. The Russian, she was in Butina, that's right. They put her in solitary confinement and she copped a plea deal and said, I did it. Why would she do that? Because you had Obama in and he didn't end solitary confinement. Y'all remember all of that with Khalif Browder, when he pretended like he was going to do something about the prison system, that he actually gave a damn, and he visited, yay, Obama's going to the federal prisons, he's going to help end slavery. He's like, nope. All he did, he just said, I think what the maximum that you can be in solitary confinement is like 120 days. That's all he did. He didn't do nothing. Took a lot of pictures though. Took a lot of pictures. He got a lot of pictures. Y'all see him in there. It's like, he's the first president to go to the federal prisons. And it's like, no, he likes slavery. Yes, that's the job. It's not him. I'm not hitting him. I'm just saying it's the job. The job is not to end slavery. The job is to get people who came from slavery to embrace it and be happy with it. That's all the job was. And so now she was pressured into a plea deal, right? Because it doesn't take 120 days. You know, how long will you sit in solitary confinement before you confess so you can go home to Russia and be you again? How long does it take for you to not have no sun on your face, be able to walk around free before you confess to something you didn't do? That's the same thing they did to Khalif Browder. And that's why that's the other reason I don't play race games. Other reason I don't play no damn race games. If you haven't watched the Khalif Browder documentary, you should watch it. It's another reason I don't play. Because everybody who put him in, from him up there, let me see. So you had Khalif Browder, the cop with the Khalif Browder, the conflict with the guy who lied and said he stole the book bag was Mexican. The cop, y'all say, is white. The judge, most of them were black. I think one of them was white. The union holder of the correctional office, whatever, the head of that, he was black. The mayor of New York was black. The top cop in the world in the United States was black. The president was black. This is why I don't play blackness and whiteness, and I don't live in the world you live in, because people will sell you out in a minute. And so Khalif Browder, he committed suicide. 16-year-old kid, grabbed him off the street, threw him in the gang unit, made him go crazy. So when he he just kept saying, I didn't do it. I didn't steal a book bag. I didn't do it at 16. Young little black kid. And all these black people was happy to keep him in prison and give two damns. The judge did, and that judge, the black lady, the judge, she didn't care. I think she ran for mayor of New York later. Could care less. Because they like slavery. They don't care. Skin color doesn't mean anything. Skin color means nothing whether or not you got your psychopathic warrior genes activated. I don't give two damns about no race games. Y'all can go play race all you want. Everybody who was involved in Police Browder finally getting out. They let that brother out after 3 years of keeping him in solitary confinement, throw him in and out of the gang unit, getting beat up. He was a little guy too, a little short guy. After they beat the hell out of him and made him go crazy, they finally released him to his mama because they didn't know what to do. And right after he got out, they did the documentary and he hung himself. Black people did that. Black people. So tell me again, why the hell should I be lining up with people for skin? They don't give a damn about skin. They could care less about that stuff. When I was a kid, I was confused by this, right? I didn't know. I was raised, had my little afro, I had my afro pick, and I had my dashiki. I had all of this stuff because I thought this is what we supposed to do. This is how the world works. And it took me a while to realize psychopaths don't care nothing about none of that stuff. They don't care nothing about it. You got sick people in this world, and none of it has to do with skin color. So anyway, I don't know why we got off on that. I'm just saying, don't ever line up with anybody because they got a skin color. They will make a fool out of you. And usually it's the one that's yelling the loudest, the one that's gonna sell out the first. That was my experience. You might have a different experience. I used to go to these events and talk to people, and the first ones be like, brother, 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 brother. They got on the dashiki and the afro, and they always talking this and that, and you know, back to Africa and blah, 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 blah. And those are the first ones to sell out. But I think it worked that same way everywhere around the world. I think the first ones, you go to the Irish convention. Anybody who's taking something that you blindly follow and you don't question, psychopath. John D Rockfeller. Everybody. That's what I'm saying. Don't trust anybody. This is a world you can't trust. Do not trust anybody with the next generation. Don't trust me. Don't trust them. Don't trust Trump. Don't trust Obama. Don't trust May. Don't trust Merkel. Don't trust anybody. Question everybody. Keep everybody on message. And the minute they walk away from being human and start acting psychopathic and taking money from Lockheed Martin and the rest of these murdery bastards, walk away. Walk away. That's the world we live in. Hey, cut it out, Mary. Yes, I had hair. I had an afro at one time, and let me say I had an afro. What else I had? I had a we went through the kid and play days back in the 80s. We had the high top fade. I had my high top fade. Oh, it was tight too. It was tight. Put a little sheen in it. It was tight. And then I put some S-curl in it and did an S-curl with it. And then my hair said, oh, hell no, we ain't doing this. Bastard, then my forehead. My hairline was like, you know what, we going to the neck. We done sick of your face. We going to your neck. And it started marching back to get to my neck. They didn't like seeing my face no more. As I said, forget it. I ain't doing the George Jefferson sister, and I just shaved it all off. I don't believe in playing. My hair don't like me. I don't like my hair. Damn it. My government don't like me. I don't like my government. My Congress don't like me. I don't like them neither. My Senate don't like me. I don't like it because I don't have to like, I have to love people. I don't have to like a system. You know, Netanyahu don't like my family in Gaza. I don't like his system. Hamas, they don't like peace for the Palestinians. I don't like them neither. I hate a system all day long. I hate systems. I hate them. John D Rockfeller put all of this psychopathic crap in place, and I want it all to go away. All of it. I'm easy with that. I'm easy. I only gotta love people. I don't have to love your systems. I hate your systems. All your systems gotta go. Did I wear a comb in it? Hell yeah, Mary. I wore a comb in it. I told you. Listen, I'll confuse anybody who I am because y'all, they got pictures. They got pictures. One day a picture listen, I used to walk around with dashiki, Malcolm X shorts, and an afro pick in it. Listen, somebody might have a picture. I ain't gonna lie about it. They like to lie. You say lie, they post it on social media. That's who I used to be. That's who I was raised to be. It took me a while to realize that they gave me all of that identity to control me. I don't like being controlled. That's why I didn't go in the Air Force. I don't do control. That's why I don't like your government. I don't like your laws, and I don't like your political parties. You're always trying to control people. I'm the boss of me. That's how we used to say when we were kids. I'm the boss of me. You ain't the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss of me, and you don't have a right to have a ship with a big ball in it shooting HAARP electromagnetic radiation into the atmosphere and the ionosphere to cause bad things to happen where I live or in my brain. You not the boss of me. You have no rights to do none of that. Let me see, I have heard baldness is a genetic sign of leadership. In order to easily spot a leader from the tribe, I don't know. Well, Rebecca, that's fake news. And if it's not fake news, don't follow it. We don't need no leaders, girl. We don't need See, Rebecca, you and I, we here, but I think we got to keep pulling each other back. We don't need no leaders. I don't need to lead nobody. Do I seem like I should be leading somebody? I shouldn't be leading nobody. I don't want to lead that. Listen, this is what I said. If y'all elect me as president, my first and last act of president is gonna be no more damn presidents. Watch, they'll shoot me. They'll shoot me the day I get in office. Be like, my first act as president, no more presidents. Y'all don't get to have a government no more. You got to grow the hell up, become your own people, act like a damn adult for once, and make your own decisions. You don't need me to represent you. We don't need no leaders. We don't need no leaders. We need some facilitators. But this whole John D Rockfeller design for the world that we got to be little children and have leaders lead us around, like y'all put these little kids on these child leashes and drag them around the United States malls. I don't think we need to do that. I think people can be what they want to be. Let me see. What's with the ships and the China posting their ship near the U.S. ships? Didi, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, it's probably about getting people in China and America to argue about something. That's all that's I think it's always about what it's always about. It's always about trying to get some dummies in China mad at the dummies in America and get the dummies in America to be mad at the dummies in China so their governments can murder each sets of them on either side in a conflict or war or something, and they all got everything in common. That's what I think it's about. Tell me if I'm wrong. I bet you how it play out, I'll be right too. Watch. Like, wait for it to play out. That's exactly how it's gonna be. They get behind their flag and they start singing, dancing, acting stupid like they didn't accidentally get dropped in those feet by a stork. And the world would turn until it all comes to an end. And that's why I think this is the perfect model for the world, actually. I think it's designed right. Because in order for us to make it, we all gotta grow up. Why would you want childish people? This is why the aliens won't let y'all in space. Tie back to aliens. This is why they won't let y'all in space. Because you can't have no damn childish Americans flying around some spaceships with plasma weapons and ray guns. Are you kidding me? You think they want Lockheed Martin up there? Hell no, they don't want no Lockheed. They gonna let us die right here. You gonna die with your Lockheed Martin right there. You gonna die with your Democrats. You gonna die with your Republicans. You gonna die next to Merkel and Merkel and all the rest of them. Y'all dumb as a bag of bricks. Your children. You think you need leaders and governments and politicians to tell you what to do? Hell no, you ain't coming through the Milky Way galaxy. You gonna stay your dumb butt right there on that rock. That's why they don't bring us technology. People say, what this for the aliens? How come the aliens don't come visit us? Have you looked at us? Have you? Ever? Take your mirror for one, because I tell everybody look in the mirror. You're supposed to look in the mirror, that's important. But then take your mirror and like turn your head and like look at the earth and like look at all the other humans and just look at them in the mirror for a little bit. And just pretend for a minute you're an alien. Would you want to come down here? You're like, hell no, I ain't going down there. Get out the ship. They kill people, they rape people, and then they eat people. And sometimes in that order. Hell no! They gonna let them up in space? Are you kidding me? We need to get some asteroids. Listen, if I was an alien and asteroid, y'all have a whole nother religion Bible story about a flood. Because I'd be like, listen, that whole thing about not flooding Earth again, have you seen them? Do you see what they're doing? They're still fighting racism. Like, their world is coming to an end. They're murdering people all over this planet. And I listen, asteroid, I'd be like, I just poked the asteroid, right? Now I need to hit in the ocean. That's the wrong one. We need a bigger one. Nope, that's too small. That's only 3 miles. We need the 8-mile asteroid. I need a tsunami 8 miles high. I need to make sure we wash all of that. I don't blame Old Testament God neither. I think he know what he was doing. He knows how crazy y'all are. He said, now we need a big flood on this one. We need the big one. Get the big one. Let Jesus get the big asteroid. Nah. We gonna need the 20-mile for this. They're making HAARP weapons. They're making solar. Like, Jesus, get the yeah. This is gonna have to be the last one. Yeah, we're gonna start over. We're gonna start with the chickens or the reptiles this time. Buddha fly on over in the ship like, all right, hey, see y'all, okay. The Anunnaki like, we tried, y'all wanted to kill each other out. Y'all started sending out ships in the ocean with balloons to murder each other. So how you can't let y'all in space. All right, I gotta go. All right, this is Gerard. That was fun. But don't expect to go to space. They're gonna murder us. If we get close to getting into space, they're gonna murder us. And they should. They should be murdering us right now. And I know the aliens, y'all watching me right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Whenever y'all ready, go on. I'm ready. I'm done. Whenever y'all ready, go and send it. I'm good. Just get the big asteroid because I won't feel nothing. Just go whenever y'all ready. I see what they're doing to people in Yemen. I see what they do to people in the trailer park. I see what they do to the kids in the Congo. I see that raping towns of women. We don't deserve to be here. Just send it. E.T., where have it? All right, listen, I gotta go. Don't let us out in space. We're gonna murder all y'all too. Man, that's why they won't talk to us. Anyway, I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. This is Gerard. I love y'all. Bye-bye.